Be one of the first 10 persons that ahead of time. Search through the school website. So you have to strategize on how to get all the requirements. Join the school newsletter. Most schools will reach out to you via email. So check your email regularly. Welcome to this session, and I want to talk to you about scholarship application tips. And I'm going to be telling you the top 5 today. You must have heard, and if you've not heard, hear it now, that one top secret for being accepted for anything you are applying for, whether it's job, whether it's admission, whether it's scholarship, is to be one of the first 10 persons to apply. And this can vary. For example, if it's a job in a local store, being the first 3 may be what is most appropriate. But if it's like scholarship where hundreds of people are going to apply, you want to aim to be among the first set of people, the first 10 people at least. How is this going to be possible? Now, there are secrets as to how to do that. The first thing you want to do is start ahead of time. Start ahead of time, because for you to be one of the first persons to apply, if you don't start ahead of time, that's going to be impossible. When you start ahead of time, it means that you're going to gather your documents ahead of time, right? And you're applying almost the same time when these people say, Viola, you can start applying. So that day that the admission portal is opening, the scholarship portal is opening, you want to aim to put in your application that day, or at least within the first 3 days. How is this going to be possible, you may say? So as I said, the first thing is start ahead of time. That way you can gather your documents ahead. But the second thing that you have to do is search through the school website. This seems like, I already know that. Do you know how many people want to apply for a particular scholarship or apply to a particular school and they have not gone to the school website of that school? Like, the person will just be like, I want to apply to Oxford in UK. And you're like, okay, what do you need? Like, I've not checked through the school website. It's a common occurrence. So check the school website to know what you need. Because if you don't even know what you need, how are you going to gather it? Now that brings me to the third point, which is strategize on how to meet the requirements, right? Strategize on how to meet the requirement. For example, and this comes with especially schools that require exam, or schools that require, it doesn't even have to be exams. Let me give you an example. Is you want to apply to a school and the school says, we need you to submit a document from your school, let's say language of instruction. Then you go to your school to collect language of instruction and you hear that your school is on strike. So a single paper that has nothing to even do with whether you're qualified for the scholarship or not, but it may take you 3 months to get that paper, 3 to 6 months. I've seen somebody who had to spend 6 months waiting for Nigerian schools to come back from strike in order for her to get language of instruction paper. Now, that language of instruction, don't worry, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay, right? Your school may not need it. But if your school need it and you need language of instruction, and you are not even in the city, let's say let me use Nigeria for example. You went to a school in Abuja, but now you live in Imo State, meaning that you probably may want to look for somebody to send, look for how to call, or you want to travel down. If you work somewhere, you will need an excuse. You will need to apply for let's say what they call this thing now, leave, and they'll give it to you. You see, it becomes complicated, something that looks very tiny. So you have to strategize on how to get all the requirements. It is worse when you are not dealing with schools that will say, we want you to write this exam or write that. You have to prepare, you have to register. The exam may not be written every day. You see? So suddenly something that looks simple starts looking complicated. This is why you want to check the school website ahead of time, right? And then you want to, of course, you want to start ahead of time. You want to check the school website to know what you need. You want to strategize on how to, getting those things that you need, right? And then the fourth one is check previous deadlines. Some people, they'll be like, school application portal opened, or school application portal is opening. I don't know when it's going to open. It's not on their website. Sometimes, especially when you go to a school website, you may not be able to see when they're going to start taking application for the year you want to apply for. But guess what? A cheat code is looking at the previous application. What was the deadline? For example, if you look at a school and they opened their website September 8th and they closed the website February 1st. I'm just giving an example. The previous year, but you are checking them today. What does this tell you? Expect that they are going to open their application next September, right? Why? Because most schools, they follow a pattern. If they take application from September, every year September they open the application portal. So if by looking at what happened before, you can get prepared for what is going to happen in front. So even if on the school website you cannot see that they are going to start taking application in September, prepare for September, because if they did it last year, most likely they're going to repeat it this year, right? So obviously you want to take note of the previous deadlines, right? That's what is going to help you. Now the fifth thing is, if these school websites, like some schools, they will have join our newsletter, get information from us, all those kind of stuff. Join, put your email, join the school newsletter. This means that anything the school wants to tell prospective students, it will land on your email. Check your email regularly. You know, you can't believe the number of people that don't check their email regularly. Sometimes they will even apply, the school will have responded, right? The deadline to accept the scholarship has passed before they will see the email. When you are dealing with abroad, anything at all, keep checking your email. Check your spam box as well, because sometimes the email will come and hide in your spam box. Don't just delete everything. Clear everything. Before you know it, you have cleared your scholarship email, my dear, right? Most schools will reach out to you via email. So check your email regularly. I think that is also that's about the sixth strategy. I wanted to give you top 5. Anyway, this last one of checking your email regularly was just a bonus. So scholarship application tips are real and they will help you. The ones I've shared here, which include what? Start ahead of time, check the website to know what you need, right? Then strategize on how to meet those requirements. Okay, and then note the previous deadlines, because it's going to tell you, it's going to give you a clue of what the new deadline is going to be. Join their newsletter. Above all, the bonus, check your email regularly. Check it. Check your spam box. It's going to help you. So this is what I have for you today, and I hope that you remember that you are special. Scholarship is possible. Scholarship is feasible. And again, you know, one thing I always say is that's the last point I wanted to share with you. Like finding a scholarship on the school website is one thing. Applying for that scholarship is another thing. But being given the scholarship is the most important thing. You agree with me, right? And this is where the how comes in. If you know that you don't understand 100% how to apply for a scholarship and get it, or how to apply for admission and get it, instead of you to start trying your luck and spend several years trying and failing, or maybe you have already even started trying and you are seeing all those rejection letters coming in, I advise that you get trained. Look for help. Look for people that can train you on how to secure admission or scholarship abroad especially. And that's where you can benefit from Vantage Migration, right? By going to www.vantagemigration.ca. If you also have other means, that's totally fine. But don't go like somebody that is blindfolded, just doing like this. You don't know what to do, but you're just, trying to do different things, trying them out. You can stay on that tryout phase for 5 years. Do you know? You're wasting your time. Get trained fast, and you know what to do, and you go ahead and do it. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. Alright? So, my name is Dr. Linda Iheme. I'm an educational consultant with Vantage Migration. Till I see you again. Bye.